I'm just going to bring on Feda, Shannon, who was standing in Bournemouth. Are you there, Feda?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming on. Sorry, it's been a bit chaotic with the the stuff on the Zoom, but anyway, we've just been talking to Chanley. I'm interested to know what led you to join the Green Party in the first place, and also what were the issues you thought you'd speak about in Bournemouth when you were standing.
Thank you very much, Crispin. My name is Feda Shaheen. I know it's like a Palestinian name, so it's Feda Shaheen. And I would like really to thank you for giving us a platform today to bring the truth out to people. As you know, I told everyone I'm not a political person. I'm not a party person. I've been a grassroots activist, community activist for a while because I didn't believe in parties. Sorry for my voice. I was chanting very loud yesterday during the marches, so I lost some of my voice. So I've been asked by the Green Party for 2 years to actually join and run for them. And I clearly said, I will help, I will do whatever I can, but I don't want to be labeled into anything because I value my freedom. As a Palestinian, we've been deprived from our freedom of speech. So I've been assured that the Green Party stands for the freedom of Palestinian. They stand for the all those oppressed around the world. So I did join the party. I did run for the party because I thought, to be honest, especially under the leadership of Zach Belansky, that the party is gonna actually give a platform for people like me, Palestinian woman of a color that had been living in diaspora all her life because of the occupation. I thought we will have a space to actually talk about our issues, to join politics without having to be censored, without having to be silenced, without having to be actually attacked. So I thought I'm in a safe space. And actually, at the beginning of my campaign, some journalists asked me, what do you like about Zach Belansky? And this is what I said. I said, Green Party is different. Green Party is for people. Green Party is going to protect people. And here was like the big expectations followed by big disappointments.
Right. And can you tell us a bit about what happened with the allegations of the smearing?
When I started the campaign, before the campaign, I didn't even have a Facebook. I'm not a social media person. I'm more on the ground person. So I started a Facebook, and suddenly I started having a little bit of trolling here and there. And then, of course, the usual cycle of the Zionists, the smearing. It starts with the Spectator, with Andrew Galligan, and his.
I've got a picture of one of these things here. Look, here, Andrew Gilligan, the Green candidate who thinks Iran should bomb the White House. That's a.
Yeah. So Andrew Galligan did what he does best, is like attacking people, smearing people, because he's so weak himself. He sold himself. He has no value. He has a very cheap price tag into him. So he gets angry with people of a value actually show. So I started with Spectator. Then, of course, the next step, the normal next step, is the Jewish Chronicle with the same attack, repeating the same narrative. And then after that, I was surprised to receive actually a message with a number from Israel. And guess what? It was from a journalist calling herself Natalie Lespona. So I don't know if this is like her real name. And she is actually contacting me on behalf of the Daily Mail from a number that exists on the occupied land, or what is known now as Israel, but it is the occupied land of Palestine, been and will be, but it will be free soon. And I said, what's going on here? Does the Daily Mail now run their operations from Israel to support Israel? So I ignored her. One day later, this got escalated. Our local MP Jessica Toll, or I should call her Jessica Troll, actually, because she was trolling me. She contacted the Echo of Bournemouth with the same narrative, repeating the same exact thing. And she actually did a piece on me with the help of Echo, placing me as the Jewish hater, as anti-Zionist, anti-Semitic, no, not anti-Zionist, anti-Semitic, and all sorts. And they have actually two pictures of me on the printed copy on the front page, as well as the electronic copy. When people went to comment on, like, this is not on, we know Feda, she works with the Jewish community all the time, she has Jewish friends, these comments were blocked. Only the negative ones had been published by the Echo. Of course, this wasn't good. And I think for a local MP to get involved in this is very cheap, very low. She's a Labour MP, Friends of Israel, visited Israel, sponsored by the Friends of Israel. And actually, she accepted money from Gary Lubner, who's known as a big businessman support for the apartheid in South Africa. And when I confronted her, and she said she will accept money from anyone. So we asked her, so if somebody comes from Hamas and gives you money, would you take it? And she said that is different. And then, of course, she voted against the ceasefire. So when she tried to shake my hand one time, I said, I cannot shake your hand because you have children's blood on your hands. When you clean them and stand for what's right, stop killing the children, then I will shake your hand. So I think it was the perfect opportunity to combine everything together. And, you know, guess what? I didn't win the elections, but I beat the 3 Labour candidates.
Oh, wow.
So tough luck, Jessica. Yeah.
Brilliant. But the smears that were used against you, people started to believe them. And when we spoke, you said that people actually confronted you. You were physically sort of confronted by people. Can you tell us what happened there?
Yeah, I was canvassing in town because I said, I'll continue. I'm not going to stop. This is what I want to do for Bournemouth. And I'll tell you what plans I had for Bournemouth in a minute. People actually came and physically attacked me. One guy was actually pushing me. One other guy called me, oh, you're the echo girl. You're the Jewish hater. And I said, can we have a conversation? He said, oh, I'm not going to talk to you. And he was like angry. And I said, when did I say I hate Jewish? Give me one occasion or one document to say I'm a Jewish hater. And he said, oh, I have it on my phone. And he stood on the side trying to get something. And he couldn't find anything. I said, what the media has done to you, they played with your head. They conflict Zionism with Judaism. I'm against Zionism. I'll say it now and today and tomorrow until the end of the earth. But I have nothing against the Jewish people. Actually, my leaflet for the campaign had been endorsed by a Muslim, a Jewish, and a Christian, because I wanted to send a message that we're interfaith. We love everyone with faith or out of faith. Faith is something personal and it shouldn't affect anything. So on the election day, I was walking and somebody threw something at my car and they said, oh, the echo girl that hates Jewish, the anti-Semitic. So actually, what they did in this campaign, they endangered my life, knowing that they are endangering my life. Bournemouth is not London. When I walk in town, people know me, and the big pictures zooming to my face, knowing who I am, now endangered me.
Yeah. Now, can I just ask you, what have you got? Have you received any support from the Green Party? Considering all of that's happened to you, what was that like with the Green Party?
Yeah. When I'll go a little further. Sorry, stop me if I take too much time. I didn't want to run for the elections, and the Green Party came to me. They have the papers, and they said, "Oh, you have to run because you owe it to the people, the Muslim people, the Palestinian people in Bournemouth." Because as part of, I'm actually now the Secretary General of Palestine Solidarity Movement, known as PSM. We led the Red Line everywhere. We redlined the parliament in London, we redlined the parliament in Wales, and we've been redlining many weapon factories as well. So they said, you owe it to stand there to help these people. Plus, I'm so passionate about libraries. I've been fighting for libraries in Bournemouth because they're closing them, or the few still opened ones, actually they offer nothing, almost nothing to people, nothing to the young people. So they said, if you run, you can do these things. I said, okay, fine. So I agreed to run. So when I started receiving the smears, somebody from the press office, very nice lady, contacted me and she said, I'm going to share something with you. Don't be shocked. So I read it. I said, that's expected. This is the minimal. I'm a Muslim, Palestinian woman of a color, so that is expected. And she said, don't worry, we're behind you. And, do you want to comment? And I said, no, I don't want to comment because that gives them more ammunition to attack. Few days later, another person from the party said, oh, it's getting serious, Daily Mail, the Echo. Would you consider an apology? A soft apology. I said, excuse me, I will apologize in one condition. They have to apologize for Nakba 1, for Nakba 2, for the genocide in Gaza. They have to go and apologize to every mother who lost a child. They have to go and apologize to every child who lost family and parents. And then once they do all of this, I'll apologize for anything they want, even things that do not exist. So she said, oh, so it's not an option. I said, it's never an option because I do not apologize for something I didn't do. They should be apologizing. They smeared me. They endangered me. They endangered every Palestinian woman in the UK because the Green Party was supposed to protect us as Palestinians. I think, to be honest, I'm hurting. And I think Zach Belonsky owe me and every Palestinian person here an apology because he promised that he will be with us, but he let us down. I was shocked when he said, oh, people shouldn't vote for those who had been smeared. And Rachel, his deputy as well, her comments after the elections were disgusting about those who won the election. I was seriously let down by the party. They didn't offer the support. I think we've been tokenized as Muslim and Palestinian people at a certain point by the party who failed to protect us when we were attacked by the Zionists. We know they're Zionists. I was ready to deal with that. It didn't hurt me because my expectations from the Zionists were big fat zero. I expected the attack and I was honored to be attacked because I knew that I'm doing something right. But the hit and the unbelievable reaction came from the party who threw us under the bus, under the first pressure they received. They crumbled under the pressure by these Zionists. And they have no excuse because when this happened during Jeremy Corbyn's time, it was firsthand. People didn't know how to deal with it. It was the beginning. But we know this. We have the history. So I don't know what excuse Zach Belansky or Rachel or people in the Green Party have to do this. Throw us under the bus. Not only me, 15 of us. You know what happened? 12 hours before the elections, the Green Party suspended me 12 hours. Why? I don't know. I didn't even receive a call. They sent an email at around 7 o'clock. I didn't receive it because it filtered to my junk. Then somebody at around 9:30 contacted me, said, Feda, are you doing okay after suspension? I said, who got suspended? And he said, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't receive the email. So I went and searched my email and my junk mail to find a horrifying email from the Green Party calling me anti-Semitic. How dare they call me anti-Semitic? I'm a Semite. If there is a Semite person in this occasion, it's me. So it was anti-Semitic of the party to call me anti-Semitic. It's anti-Semitic of Spectator, Daily Mail, Jewish Chronicle, and Echo to call me that because I'm the Semite. They can do my DNA. My blood is a canine blood. We are the Semite people. And here, I'm accusing them of all being anti-Semitic for this. So they sent me an email and they suspended me without even a call. The local party, 2 a.m., The co-chair couldn't wait until the morning, 8 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and this person doesn't respond to his emails or requests normally in days. He went 2 a.m. and deleted me from all the Green Party chats. Not only this, people at the voting stations were told that I'm no longer running, so they don't have to vote Green.
Look,
What a
thank
mess.
you.
What a mess. Zach
Well,
Pelosi
look-
needs to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah. Well, look, thank you. I'm just thinking about the time. Thank you, Feda, and thank you, Chandni. Really appreciate you coming on and speaking. I'm going to bring on Lubna for a short while because I'm running out of time. Appreciate you all coming on.